Okay, so Sony.
So Sony's press conference. So Sony's press conference, it was 9 p.m.
Son of a boxer. Yeah, 6 p.m.
9 p.m.
PST.
Eastern. And it started at 9 p.m. Eastern with an orchestra,
Which
I prematurely tweeted out, is that Neil Druckmann
Oh no, yeah,
orchestrating the orchestra?
Because again, Liam's an unfettered bigot, and all white people look the same to him. Yeah, he was a very scraggly man.
He looked like Neil Druckmann. But yeah,
Starts with a fucking orchestra, and I thought they would leave, but no, they stayed there throughout the fucking conference.
It was a whole conference. It was. Did you see that lady banging the drum and making those like fucking beats?
She was killing it. She's fucking killing it. I want her at every. I want her at every.
You know
event.
what's funny? The music started, and then they opened with this trailer of a little boy. And at this moment, did you know it was going to be God of War?
No, fuck, and then
fucking
sexy
old man Kratos.
Sexy Kratos. We had sexy Ryu with Street Fighter V. We have sexy Kratos now with fucking dad bod and a beard.
But God of War never really did it for me as a series before.
Oh.
I thought it was more of a hack and slash game. Never really had anything.
Now you're gonna be hack and slashing your genitalia.
Yep, sure. Man.
All right, we're gonna take it. I'm gonna add in a 3-minute pause after that. But yeah, no. So God of War, it's officially titled God of War because I feel like
just God of War, which is really interesting. It's 100. They came out and said it is a reboot.
I know, but like you have to imagine. Yeah, I don't know, because it's a different mythology. Because dragons exist. Yes. #dragons.
Well, yes. So it's a Norse mythology, and so going throughout the gameplay, the gameplay trailer or gameplay, it looks
so good.
So it's Kratos, old Kratos, and his son. It's
Kratos'
more
son.
Tomb Raider, The Last of Us.
Yeah, the camera angle is different than.
They changed the camera angle. It's much more sort of Souls game like, where it's very much hit, back away, hit.
Yeah, even stuff like when he enters a new area, it says like you've entered a new area.
Yeah, and so that's like 100% like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
I believe there's gear upgrading now because you find like knowledge and stuff.
But you're also like a fucking magician with Charles Xavier telepath powers because you can recall your axe.
Yep. There's so if you remember, Kratos always got mad.
Yeah, and he has Spartan
he was
meter.
just angry, and now he has a Spartan rage meter. And they said there's a whole button dedicated to his son.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
the sun button.
No, I don't think you
I have no interest in playing as a 12-year-old boy. This is Assassin's Creed 3.
No.
I think it's like
the whole thing with the son. It's like go attack these guys while kind of like call attack sort of thing. Kind of like Resident Evil, I think.
Sheva, hurry, Sheva. Hi, Chris, hurry, Sheva. That's all. It was all. Sheva, thanks, partner. Sheva, hurry. Right, yeah. Keep going. What were you saying?
Well, that was the end of God of War, and that was, I think, a great way to start the conference.
Fucking #dragons.
All right. Anyways, the next game they showed was Sony Ben's game, which was a big deal because Sony Ben has been quiet since the PS Vita game of Uncharted Golden Abyss.
Yeah.
So
not to mention Fight for Fortune. Everyone go watch our Oh, you know what? Maybe I lied. We had an Uncharted review. This is episode 9. No, it's episode 8. It's episode 9. Everyone hold on. It's episode 9.
Anyways,
Uncharted Fight for Fortune. Go pick it up on PS Vita.
So Sony Ben created that game. Days Gone. It's a zombie game.
But
we find out later on that it's coming out 2017. We'll talk about Days Gone much more because they ended the conference with that. Yeah,
which is weird.
Which has some conspiracy behind it.
Oh, really?
Some rumors. Yeah. There's some rumors I want to talk about after.
They changed the title.
Yeah. Well, they never really changed it. The rumors were always saying "Dead Don't Rise," but they're
right.
The problem, they're not dead. They're not zombies.
Wait, was it Dead Don't Rise or Dead Don't Ride? Like motorcycle?
Dead Don't Ride. Dead Don't Ride.
I thought it was...
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That sounds way cooler.
It sounds cooler, I agree, but the problem is that they're not actually dead. Okay. No, they're not zombies or anything.
I mean, they're categorically undead. But everything's fine.
Anyways, but did you hear what they're called? Freakers. That's why you can mow them down just like with a gun, unlike in other like zombie games where you have to like hit like you have to chop their neck off or you have to hit them in a certain place. Yeah, you have to. These freakers actually. These freakers actually need to like sleep, eat, and breathe.
Carl. I don't know. I'm not excited at all for that game. It looks like a real. I don't know. It looks.
You're not?
No, I'm tired of zombie games. If they're not Last of Us 2, like I don't care anymore. Like,
well, so that's a big thing where now, I didn't come up with this. I heard it from other like personalities and people in the industry, but they're saying something interesting about this is that maybe The Last of Us 2 isn't happening.
Okay, but like
maybe this is their next temple zombie game, like quote unquote.
Carl.
Because this game wouldn't be coming out till like let's say latest or earliest holiday 2017.
Holiday. Yeah.
Uncharted 4 finished wrapping. Sure, they're probably going to do DLC.
I don't think they are.
That would come out.
Imagine they are. I don't think they are. Other than like multiplayer DLC.
No, they confirmed there's story DLC.
Oh, really? They've never done that before. That's crazy. All right. Cool.
Yeah, they did. Left Behind, Last of Us.
No, in Uncharted.
Oh yeah, Uncharted they haven't. Quick side note: it's probably going to be either Sully or it'll be their daughter, Cassie.
I want a Sully Sam crossover.
It probably will be Sully.
I'm also saying it's probably going to be Sully and Mike Wazowski trying to get booze. All right. What was the point of this conversation? Boo. Mike Wazowski. Sully. Oh yeah, Sully. I think it's going to be Sully and Sam.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyways, back to the conference. The next game they just, which I 100% appreciate, they showed Last Guardian. They gave it the date October 25th, and that was it. They showed a small little trailer.
Maybe.
There's 2 bird dogs. One of them is gonna die.
Of course. I didn't need 2 bird dogs. Give me 1 bird dog. Like
no, but now we know a bird dog's gonna die. After that, they showed arguably one of the best games there. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Hashtag dope.
It looks so fucking
Horizon
good.
Zero Dawn, otherwise known as Braid, the video game.
It has a huge map. They showed the looting, crafting, upgrading. There's quests. They just showed the gameplay.
Liam's a real big fan of crafting.
I am.
As we've established, that he hates everything related to non-crafting.
Yep. Well, that's why I love Minecraft.
Minecraft. Und ja. What else?
So they just showed more Horizon. They showed a gameplay trailer for that. That got delayed till next year. They delayed it a little while ago before E3.
They talk about No Man's Sky and if it's ever coming out.
It's coming out August 9th, and I'm 100% happy they didn't show it again.
Because I'm happy. Yeah, that's fair.
So the next game they showed, Detroit Become Human.
Fucking from Quantic Dream. Those games are either
Quantic Dream.
Universe. Did you play both? Did you play Heavy Rain and
So I skipped down Heavy Rain because
and Ellen Page. Whatever the fuck Ellen Page was called.
No, I played Beyond.
Yeah.
Beyond wasn't that good. Fuck on it. This game is gonna be a lot like Until Dawn, but tons of characters, and so it's interesting because it's permadeath. Did you know that it's permadeath? It's 100% like heavy rain permadeath.
The rain is very heavy. Yeah.
Because the way the game works is it's telling an overarching theme and an overarching story, but there's multiple characters. So like as you saw in the gameplay demo, one of them showed the android was able to save the child, but he killed himself in the process.
The child.
So that means any storyline that would have happened with that character is now blocked out and gone. You can't play it because your character died. And like they did with Until Dawn, there's probably no saving points. So once it happens, it happens.
Yeah, and Heavy Rain you could like save. But the thing is, Heavy Rain, like no matter what you did, there was like 24 different endings, but there was like it boiled down to like 3 different endings. But there was a trophy to get like all different 24 variations. But yeah. I imagine I only played Until Dawn, like played it through once.
You played Until Dawn?
Yeah, I have it. And it's
what the hell? I didn't know that.
GG.
Did you like Until Dawn? I loved it. Yeah, me and Falcone played it.
No,
best story about Until Dawn. I was walking. It was my turn to play because we were taking turns. I was walking, and at that part where, spoiler alert, if you haven't played Until Dawn, the ghost comes flying at you once you pass the door in the basement.
Yeah.
So I was playing, and I was getting kind of spooked by it. And I was like, okay, I'm walking. I'm like, I get to the door, And
Sorry, not
literally,
Until Dawn.
you
Beyond.
played Heavy Rain.
Beyond.
Oh, we played Beyond.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so I played Until Dawn, and then so I got to the door, and I was like, I stopped. I'm like, I had no idea this was coming up. I swear to God, because I was playing with Falcone, so I didn't search anything up. I stopped. I was like, okay, you know what? You play. It's like I've played enough. Now it's your turn. Falcone grabs the controller. It takes less than a nano step. Like, I made a new fucking teraflopping.
Oh man, teraflop, 6 teraflops of steps.
No, he literally less than a fucking nanometer. He moved. Like he just
Nanoflops.
breathed on the controller, and the fucking ghost popped up, scared the shit. And Falcone's like, "No, I'm done," and he went home.
That's amazing.
Like that was the end. Like he played that less than a second, and then it's like, "No, I'm done," and he went home. So yeah, Detroit. There's still no release date on Detroit.
Probably 2017. Looks
yeah.
cool. Yeah, looks really interesting.
But now the real, like, I'd say the meat of E3 in general, and
the potatoes.
Meat of the conference was PSVR. So they confirmed
Yep.
PSVR is coming out October 13th, 10 days before my birthday. Anyone who wants to chip in. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe page. So that's October 13th.
So you're gonna see next to people like who require a kidney transplant and volunteering in Uganda, fucking Liam and his goddamn PSVR. So I can play it. So I can play it for for at max 6 months.
No. So they stated before, but there's gonna be 50 titles by the end of 2016.
No, I feel like titles includes the mission in Battlefront, the mission in Final Fantasy.
It probably does, but it's still a great. It's a big deal, and well, and they went all out in this, and you can't even deny they did. Their first game they showed, so it starts off as a horror thing, and no one has any idea what it is. Me and Falcone are going, we're like, this is scary, and as it's going through, I 100% know. I told Falcone, I was like, dude, I don't think this is scary. This is more ominous and more kind of like a creepy feeling. No, well, because it made sense, because at the end, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, which is
what it's called in Japan.
Which is called in Japan is a big deal, because it might not even be called Resident Evil 7. They just made the 7 out of the evil.
Resident Evil 7, like Fan Force stick.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people putting fucking numbers in the Fan Force stick.
Big deal about this is that it's fully in VR. The whole game is in VR.
Translation, it's not going to be a very good game on console, but yeah.
What?
Translation, it's not going to be a very good, like, console game.
Well, it's fully in PSVR only.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah,
no,
PSVR
sorry,
exclusive.
No, like...
For VR. It's still on console, you can play.
Oh, okay, alright. So, alright. I have...
Well, so...
Wait, it's $400 US. How much is it Canadian?
I'm getting the bundle, so it's 800.
How much is it?
800. Well, no, it's 700 plus tax.
Oh my god! Oh, it's not worth it. That's so expensive.
No, it 100% is, and I'm not saying it's not. And I understand that it won't. It'll take some time to.
They're gonna sell 4 of them. Oh my god! But yeah, so like I'll come over to play the Batman VR experience for an hour, and then go on with my life.
Well, so that's my point, where they really made VR a statement, a huge statement in this.
Only for people with money.
A big deal, 100% true, but I don't know. I mean, like,
it's 3D. I've never virtual boy. It's PlayStation Move. It's fucking.
I don't. No, okay, so I haven't played it, so I can't say how good it is. But from people, respectable people who've played it, you have not played it. They have said that this is a completely different way of playing, and they've basically said that it's not gonna fail like the Vita or like the other things have failed, because of just the way they're kind of positioning themselves. They're not.
I remember in 2012 them saying that Move isn't going to fail because it's not as shitty as Wii. It's a lot better than Wii. We've been fighting for decades as nerds who play video games to not look like complete assholes, and slapping a Nintendo DS to our face is not going to help our cause.
The reason I think, and the honest reason I think that virtual reality in general will succeed, is because it's not only going to be used for games. There's so many better and other purposes for
porn.
VR.
That's fair.
No, but like, okay, going into the depths of the sea, you cannot do.
Under the I can watch Little Mermaid. Under the sea, darling, it's better. Down where it's wetter. Take it from me. There, you see her sitting there across the way. You know, I would. Oh, she don't got a lot to say. I would play a VR.
No, I
Little
just
Mermaid
think you're really hating for no reason.
You're a hater.
No, and I'm not saying yes. There's obviously
I just think you're a hater. I just think you're a hater.
But you can't even deny this was a great showing. You
What's
can't
that?
even deny that this was a great showing for VR.
It was a I don't know.
Resident Evil 7, Farpoint, Star Wars, Batman Arkham VR.
Okay, a game that's playable also in non-VR that won't induce headaches. One Star Wars mission, one hour-long Batman experience. Like, they're tech demos.
Well, people
like I strap a lot of things
to
to my head: dildos, vibrators, fleshlights, and you know what? After a while, they hurt.
I don't know. I'm just saying, from people who've used it for playing these demos and stuff, playing these tech demos. Obviously, yeah, I'm not saying these are full games. They're not. Well, Resident Evil 7, but I mean, like, Farpoint's a full game. Rigs, but besides, like, there's these tech demos, but this is also year zero, right?
I don't know. I'm glad you're excited, Liam, and I'll be very excited to play Batman at your house.
Like it can fail miserably. I get that it can, but I just think the way
I'm excited for like the Reddit hacks and like when people like hack their like DJI drones to work with VR. Like I'm not interested in it as in a gaming purpose because again.
Well, and that's my point. Like VR, the reason VR will be successful is because it's taking off first with games, and then it'll introduce other sort of mediums and aspects, which then will make the games better. Space, exploration, like medical treatments.
But the Rocksteady trailer, I was like, I had a semi-erect peen.
For what? Sorry.
The Rocksteady Batman VR trailer.
Yeah,
because I hear Mark Hamill's voice. I'm like, Mark Hamill, you keep bullshitting us, Mark Hamill, that you're done playing Joker. He said he's not playing Joker for the past like 3 fucking games. So this has me feeling that it's one of the previous games that they've VRified.
Well, so you haven't searched up what the Batman Arkham VR is, right?
No, I did. I heard it accidentally, anecdotally through All right, Liam, take my. It's you suit up basically.
Okay,
you see Alfred and you put the suit on, then you fly, and then other stuff.
What? Yeah. So basically, but what this is, it's the investigation. It's about examining the crime. Yeah, detective mode in the games. Wait, still talking about Resident Evil 7.
Yeah,
so
man.
you know, what do you think about? Because a lot of VR games are first-person shooters and horror. Because I think horror is there's gonna be like you're gonna have to rate games differently with VR, especially when it comes to horror. But what do you thinking about that? Because there will be as much as VR can help with therapy with like mental illnesses and stuff, it can also create new ones and create PTSD from a horror game.
You know what I was thinking would be cool is Flower on VR. Remember the game Flower?
Flower in VR would be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, they have that Eagle Flight game, which is not Flower, but similar, sort of just soaring around. But do you actually think that there's going to be problems, mental health problems with VR? Like, people are getting motion sick. Yeah, that's going to obviously come with it until you get used to it. But do you actually think there will be mental illnesses, some sort of PTSD, some sort of...
Probably not PTSD, but I feel like if you have some, like self-mutilation games, like imagine Heavy Rain in VR, where you have to, like, chop your own finger off.
Yeah, or what I'm really thinking is that a horror game where, because like did you ever, I showed Falcone it, did you ever watch IGN did a video with I think it was Paranormal Activity where people some of them or one of them threw the headset off, like these people are yelling and are screaming because they're actually like, some of them aren't scared, some of them are kind of like, okay, it's a game, some of them are actually getting really indulged in it. And so what some people have been saying about Resident Evil 7 when they played the VR demo and that they were shaking afterwards and legitimately scared. So that's why I'm just worrying, like, as much as I want to try.
What a way for it to fail. That'd be hilarious. To induce trauma.
I think there's going to be a huge mental hurdle they're gonna have to pass with these
I cannot
horror
wait.
games.
I cannot wait for either the class action lawsuit or, adversely, like the 45-minute disclaimer at the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
like,
there's gonna have to be the disclaimers.
Like on Wii, it's like take a break every once in a while. Don't be obese.
Well,
don't you know?
What I'm gonna, if anyone ever plays a horror game in my house, I'm making everyone sign a contract saying if you throw the headset, break anything in my house, you have to you cannot blame me and you have to buy me a new headset.
That's fair. How are you supposed to do jump scares in VR? Like you can't turn your neck that quickly.
What do you mean?
How are you supposed to do jump scares? How does someone come up from behind you and like turn you around without giving you without you being an owl?
Yeah, so what like I think the Paranormal Activity, some of the jump scares they did was from the shadow something running up to you.
You think darkness is your ally?
Some people playing the Resident Evil 7
you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. Yeah, I didn't see the light until I was a man, but then it was blinding.
I apologize.
Anyways, the next game after Resident Evil 7 was Farpoint, which is a space. It seems to be in space. I think it is FPS.
In space.
They didn't show much about it. There was gameplay. People are saying that it's a really good FPS, and that it's actually because Farpoint's the one that uses the new peripheral. They're saying that it's really responsive, and it feels like a really good FPS, better than they've played with just a controller. So I like.
How much?
Something I'd want to try.
Have they announced how much that peripheral is going to be?
No, but so on the European store, they kind of showed what the prices of some of these VR games will be. They're not, some of them aren't that expensive. Like the shorter ones and the more experienced ones are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the saving point of VR. They're going to make like the shorter experiences cheaper, which they rightfully show. So then after that was the Star Wars X-Wing mission, which is going to be free for Battlefront owners, which is, I think it's out the day VR comes out.
No. Oh, fucking, besides that, I can't believe we forgot this in EA. They had the Bespin trailer, and fucking Lando's in it, my boy Lando. So excited. Besides that, that's all I have.
Oh.
Greedo.
And then yeah, the Batman Arkham VR. It's about an hour long, sort of tech demo gameplay. By Rocksteady.
Born in virtual reality. I didn't use VR until it was on the Oculus, and by then it was blinding.
Well, the Batman Arkham VR is exclusive to PS. VR.
Exclusive. This is your reckoning, PlayStation owners.
So then after getting away, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, COD, but the way they showed COD, they didn't kind of segue out of VR. They just kind of showed it.
They tricked me to think it was VR, and they also tricked me into thinking it was a good game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because it looked really good.
Yeah, we're like
you're fucking tethering.
So people in the audience apparently
pissed.
they were so excited, and then they found out it was COD. They're like, ugh.
I was so upset. It looks so good. You're like space battles. You're fucking tethering to people, and then it's like, ugh, fucking Activision.
COD. But with COD, the original COD Modern Warfare is going to be first to PS4 for 30 days, like the DLC.
Those charlatans.
But then one of the biggest news, Crash 1, 2, and 3 are being remastered for PS4.
And they had the fucking orchestra play the Crash theme.
What the fuck?
They're not making a new one, but that's the next best thing.
Well, this is a great way to see if they need it, like if the new one would be.
Yeah, sure.
Right, like they had the Sly collection before a new Sly. They had
Wait, they made a new Sly?
Yeah, Sly 4. Sly 4 was amazing.
All right.
Like it actually got I played it. It got rated well. Everyone loved it, and they set it up for a fifth one.
Apparently, it came out. All right.
Yeah, it was on the PS3. Thieves in Time.
Oh, and
yeah, and then Crashes in Skylanders this October.
Well, because didn't they? I'm surprised that Skylanders still exists because they can't. Disney Infinity
Yeah,
got
they
canceled.
closed down.
Or whatever the fuck.
But Disney got canceled, which we'll talk about literally in a sec. But Disney closed for a different reason. Yeah. Mind you, Disney wasn't making money on it, but they have also a better reason for closing Disney Infinity.
Oh, okay.
So then Lego Star Wars came out. That's whatever. Like the game's out, I think, in a couple weeks. And then the big news, fucking Kojima comes out like on a fucking red carpet.
He came out on a fucking glowing staircase.
And then he's like, Yeah, I'm back.
He's the best.
And so Death Stranding's his new game. It was running in real time on a PlayStation 4. It's still probably earliest 2019. So yeah, Norman. That's the big thing. Norman Reedus is still in the game. There's a lot of theories going on about what this game is, because it was Norman Reedus and a baby.
There was a funny Reddit post on r/gaming where it's like me after watching the Sony conference, and it's a photo of Norman Reedus like cradling the baby, but they photoshopped a PS4.
I saw that, yeah. So there's rumors about like what the game is, theories and stuff. But probably the biggest thing, Spider-Man game.
Oh, made not by
not by Sucker Punch.
Not by infamous Sucker Punch, but fucking
Insomniac Games.
They made that game that I liked for Xbox One that I played at
Sunset
at
Overdrive.
Comic-Con, yeah.
You played at Fan Expo.
Yeah. That's fair. That's true, but I mean no one's gonna know what that is.
The Toronto, Canada Fan Expo.
It's Comic-Con but better. Oh, did they show For Honor at Ubisoft? I don't remember.
Yes, they did.
Okay. Right.
Apparently it's really good.
Looks good.
Anyways, about the Spider-Man game. So yeah, it's Insomniac Games. It looks amazing.
The only problem they're doing that. The only mission they showed is that weird one where you have to stop guys in a van, and you do that in literally every fucking Spider-Man game.
Yeah. But the swinging look cool. It's running in real time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they came out and said that. So now the reason why I said about Disney Infinity. So, I have it here. Actually, let me read to you. So about Spider-Man. Basically, they are doubling down on console games, and they're not connecting it to any universe, any movie. They are making solo experiences with the best developers, and this Spider-Man game is a series with Sony. It's not going to be one game. It is a multi-game series moving forward. What's important about this, about what he said, though, is that, so he said later on that there's multiple games in the pipeline, and he's not teasing any of them, but you have to assume, so one of them, there's still going to be Lego Marvel games. They have that Telltale Marvel deal.
Oh, do they?
They still have that, yeah.
I thought that Arkham Knight, that Batman Arkham VR thing was them teasing the Telltale Batman game, but I guess not.
No, no. Batman Telltale's its own thing. They had screenshots and stuff. Apparently, it's really good. It's really heavy on Bruce Wayne, but so I mean, like that's just a huge thing. How Marvel's doubling down, kind of like what DC did.
Do as you please. When Gotham is ashes, then you have my permission to die.
Right.
So now you know how you said that the PlayStation Neo, you felt like they took it out because they saw the rumored specs of Microsoft's Scorpio.
Yep.
Well, so after the Spider-Man thing, they ended with a Days Gone gameplay, which was very weird and like out of place because why not do the gameplay
when they announced it, right? Like
when they announced it, right? And so there's two rumors for this. I don't know if you heard about the other one, but we'll talk about the Neo first, where it's like, yeah, the rumored specs of Neo and the rumored specs of Scorpio, the Neo's weaker. So they probably saw that and was like, okay, why don't we just not talk about it? Say it's real, not talk about it. See what Microsoft does. See if they can do it well. If they don't,
see what Reggie Fils-Aimé has to say about it.
Yep, and basically kind of use what they do and then make it better. So another rumor, which this rumor kind of holds some substance to it because, so an insider from Rockstar, I think.
Oh.
Who makes GTA? Rockstar, yeah.
GTA, yeah.
Yeah, so Rockstar Games. Anyway, so this kind of holds some substance because an insider from Rockstar said that Red Dead 2 will be. He said that same insider said that the trailer got pulled, and the reason for that is because in the trailer for Red Dead 2, there's a scene where a guy walks into a brothel and shoots up the brothel, and because of recent events, it would be untimely and not very well received. So they took it out and replaced it.
That's fair.
No, yeah, that's fair. And so. That seems like a much more likely of the two. I mean, like, I think because Neo they took out much before E3. They kind of took it out like 2 weeks before.
Oh yeah.
They kind of said Neo's real. We're not showing it at E3.
All right. Yeah.
So it could be both.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Red Dead 2 is the more likely. The only reason it might not be is because Rockstar doesn't like E3.
Oh no.
They said multiple times they don't like doing their stuff at E3. Mind you, GTA 5 had a huge pop, so...
Pop that pussy. What we were talking about was PSV. No, what were we talking? Oh, Days Gone. Yeah. I don't
So
know.
you're not interested in Days Gone because I think this is like a different type of zombie game rather
How?
than
He
like
has infinite ammo. You're mowing through him. It's basically the fucking Bruce
well,
Campbell
no.
movie.
So they came out and said so. Yeah. So when they did interviews and stuff, that the way you can take up each situation is much different, and so behind closed doors they went into the demo where, so like if you saw he put like an oil tank thing as a suppressor.
Yeah.
So like the reason he has like almost unlimited ammo and a hell load of ammo is because of upgrades and whatnot.
Oh, okay. And then was that the end? No, fucking COD was the end. Or no, I'm wrong.
No, that was the end, and then they did scissor reel and it was over. That conference lasted about 75 minutes, I think.
Yeah, because God of
Like
War
it was short.
Oh, we haven't talked about the fucking biggest game of E3, which wasn't at a goddamn conference.
The Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Yep, so Breath of the Wild. That game looks absolutely amazing.
Hey.
Graphics aren't gonna be probably up to snuff, but realistically, it's Zelda. It has that sort of cartoony sort of
if you guys
graphics, anyways.
If you guys are interested, I've been on. Oh yeah, and they showed like a size of the map. It's like fucking.
Oh my god!
Like
They
the size
said
of
that
Skyrim or something, or
they said that demo area, which the people who played it said is huge, is only 1% of the whole game.
GG Zelda. How the fuck are you gonna have that on Wii U? Get out of here! Stop lying.
I know,
to us.
right?
Stop lying to us. It's not coming to Wii U. If you guys are interested,
Well, they were.
It's coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The fucking NX is gonna be a goddamn toaster. If you guys are interested, I've been on r/gaming and they've ranked the most talked games on like the games of E3
Legend of Zelda
by most discussed on social
most
media.
tweeted about.
Legend of Zelda has like well over about 8,000. Next is Battlefield at like 4,000. Battlefield looks really good.
Mhm.
Most like trailer on like in YouTube history, I think, in gaming trailer. God of War after that, and then they start tapering off pretty quickly. Watch Dogs 2. They didn't really show anything about that. They showed like a trailer.
Oh, yeah. Well, they showed a lot of Watch Dogs 2 pre-E3.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 2 looks amazing, and everyone who said it is the Assassin's Creed 2 to the Assassin's Creed 1.
Oh, that sounds good.
So I'm super stoked about Watch Dogs 2. I
don't know about you. Watch Dogs 1 was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of meh, but it wasn't a terrible game. Like they weren't on, like they had something special, but they kind of did. The character was
Yeah, Aiden, I
very,
think, or whatever, was like a really
Aiden Pierce. Yeah,
was a really like non-relatable character, and like I think everyone was determined to dislike this game after they lied about the graphics at the first E3 showing.
Yeah, but I mean, like this game, it actually looks good, and from what people are saying, we haven't played these games. Frankly, we did not go to E3.
Wait, from what you didn't go to E3?
Did you?
I have my press badge right here. Right here. But yeah, if that's true, then I'm super excited for that. I also like that the universes are connected, so maybe one day we'll get a fucking Watch Dogs Assassin's Creed crossover. Following that is Star Wars Battlefront, which other than a DLC and a VR experience, I'm wondering why that's not getting as much or like getting.
Wait, sorry.
Star Wars Battlefront is like mentioned right after Watch Dogs, like right below that.
Oh.
So I wonder why that's getting so many tweets.
VR for sure. Well, because everyone who's played the VR mission and some of it have said that's exactly what they've wanted.
Oh, cool. That sounds good.
So that's what I'm saying. The VR thing, I understand they're not full games and they're just experiences, but from what people are saying, they're saying it's really amazing.
Okay. After that, this is interesting. South Park The Fractured But Whole.
Oh my god, that game
looks super good.
So good.
And Matt Park and Trey Stone and Matt Parker. One of the variations of those names. It's I think it's Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Yeah, Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
They alluded that maybe that's like the future of the series if they don't like maybe after the show's done.
Do you know what the history behind the South Park games?
They didn't want to do the first one. They were like super.
They didn't want to do the first one. They went through hell making it. They said it was a pain in the fucking ass to make, and they hated all of it. But they actually hated because they went through fucking hell making the game because of company switches and really shitty environments. But then that's why last year they surprised everyone because no one thought they would make another one.
Right.
But that coming out later this year.
What was the first one called?
South Park, Stick of Truth.
The Fractured Butthole.
The Fractured Butthole.
Yes.
And
down from that is Crash Bandicoot Remastered.
yeah, that's a big one that no one thought would happen.
Right. Yeah. Next is I just want to make sure if we haven't mentioned any of this. Next is Spider-Man.
Okay.
Next is Titanfall 2. Any thoughts on that? I mean, it looks like
Titanfall 2 looks cool. There's a story, and it's coming to PS4, so I'll probably get it maybe Christmas, like when it goes on sale.
Sure. Next is Resident Evil 7.
Yep. Probably because the demo dropped that night, and then
Oh, have you downloaded the demo?
No, I didn't. I've watched some people play it. It's a lot like PT,
Do
where
they
it's a
tell
puzzle.
you who you are? Or no?
No, because this demo slice isn't in the game.
That was P.
It's kind of like what PT was to Silent Hills. It's
Sure.
It's what the game's gonna feel like.
Yeah. Following that is Final Fantasy 15. It looks good. Final Fantasy 14 looked good though, so I'm concerned. After that is FIFA 17. Is anything new in that people are so interested? As Cristiano Ronaldo? As Gianluigi Buffon?
Well, FIFA 17 is trending because of they've now, like NBA 2K16, they have their own story mode called The Journey, which is brand new to FIFA.
Do you play as Sebastian Giovinco of the Toronto Football Club?
Nope. You play as
David Beckham.
Alex Hunter.
Alex Hunter? That sounds like a porn name. What does he do?
English dude. You play as a black English guy.
I'm Alex Hunter. Yeah.
They showed that at EA
playing some footy. Yeah.
So
wait, what is the premise of the story? You're rising up in the ranks and.
Yeah. So it's like NBA where you're rising through the ranks. Now they haven't told us too much basically. Besides you get to choose obviously what team you play for.
Alex Hunter.
And then you kind of rise through the ranks, and they showed it where it's like, so there's the story mode elements where you get to choose what you say in like press conferences, which might affect your team liking you or hating you. Well, okay, so that's they haven't really explained it. It's basically kind of like if a player you might start getting like your teammates might start hating you, so then the club might be like, hey, listen, we can't have you. You're disrupting the team. But what's interesting is in the trailer. In the trailer they show that he eventually goes to play for the Three Lions, the national team for England, the English national team. But people are saying this is all a one season thing. There's no way in the right mind they would make a teenager in one season go from no one to a sub to a starter to playing on the national team. Mind you, that did just happen with Marcus Rashford. Yeah. that literally did just happen. But that's a fairy tale story. That is so unlikely that.
Oh, but you're playing footy and then you go to play next to David Beckham. Oh, all right, that's the end of the podcast. This has gone on so long. We're an hour 40 in.
Are we actually?
That's fine.
You know what's really funny? You know how I said I'm gonna host a GoFundMe. So on England, there's a player, Raheem Sterling. He's playing real shit. And someone started a GoFundMe page to send him on the plane to bring him back home because he's playing so shit for the team. It's raised like £212 or something. It's so funny. Or £400. It's so funny.
That's offensive. I remember that there was that. Fuck, I forget what it was. A Kickstarter or an Indiegogo. It was like it was a pie. Like he's gonna make you a cherry pie.
No, that was potato salad.
Not potato pie. It was
potato salad.
Yeah.
He raised like thousands and thousands.
He raised so much money.
Yeah, and he made like $50,000. So then he had a huge party and donated the rest to charity.
Yeah, no, it was like he hosted Salad Con, and it's like for $10 you get a bite of the salad. It was so good. Let's go quickly down the rest. So FIFA 17, I didn't know that many people cared about it, but I guess all of Europe.
I play FIFA 17 a lot. That's my guilty pleasure game.
I guess all of Europe exists. I forgot.
Oh, Dishonored 2. That looks so good. Apparently, the devs came out and said you can play the whole game without powers, which is cool.
Oh. Mass Effect Andromeda.
That really pissed me off because rather than show anything, they showed a dev diary, basically meaning the game's not coming out till like 2019.
That's fair. Death Stranding. Norman Reedus has some USBs around his naked body. That looks cool. Skyrim Remastered. Fuck, whatever. I don't care. Forza 3, it's fine.
Okay, now you're going down to one tweet per game. Like, that's enough.
Gears of War, we talked about Gears looks good. Oh, we didn't talk about Wildlands.
Wildlands
looks good.
Basically Tom Clancy's The Division, but without the gear MMO loot grind to it.
Right. I mean,
it's basically like Payday in Division, where like there's hundreds of missions and there's like a boss to most of the missions. It's a game that we'll be able to play with you, because like with Division you got left behind because you had school to focus on. Well, you had
wow. Honestly, man, you're calling me out, Jesus. But yeah, that's fair. You'll see from our one and only Division playthrough that I'm real mediocre at best. No, but there's some things we haven't talked about. Oh, so for Honor, yeah, it looks good. Last Guardian, thank God for a release date. Doom, I'm indifferent. Dead
Cool.
Rising 4, good job, Christmas.
Yep. Quake Champions.
Tekken 7. Oh shit, Steep. We didn't talk about Steep. It looks so good.
That's
like
what I said.
SSX,
It looks good. SXX. They were showing gameplay features that have been in games forever. Fucking instant replay. Like,
oh yeah, ghost mode. It's like, oh really? Fucking assholes. But whatever, it's fine.
The problem is they said it's open world, but there's nothing to do in the open world.
It's open world, but I think they said there's like 4 hills or something. Like, okay, that's great.
Yep.
Days Gone. Madden VR. Alright, we're reaching the fucking bottom here. Madden NFL 2017. I don't know who's excited about that. After that's We Happy Few. And all the way below there. So now we get to COD Infinite Warfare. People don't give a shit about that. Fallout 4 Final DLC. Oh, I don't think
they didn't show much about Pokemon, but
Fallout 4, the final DLC, and
Fallout 4, VR. They have their VR thing. People who played it said it's alright, but you don't really want to... like, that's what I'm saying. You have to build a game for VR from the bottom up. You can't... Fallout 4...
From the ground up,
dude, that's a fucking 100-hour game, and you can't even walk. You're teleporting to spot. Like, you can't do that. You just... And that's why with Farpoint, the peripheral, the gun peripheral, has the analog stick. I want you to search it up, the gun peripheral. It has the analog stick on it, so you're moving and holding the gun controller, and like, so to switch guns, you're going back to like pull out your gun. You can aim down the sights, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, it sounds cool. Following that,
Prey. Did you watch the Bethesda conference? So Prey.
No.
Yeah, Prey 2 got announced a couple years ago, or like years and years ago, and then kind of got delayed and canceled. No one knew what was happening. Then they reshowed this game, and it's just called Prey. It looks really dope. Okay, it's in space. I think.
Following the. Oh, I think I saw screenshots. Does someone have their following that Halo Wars 2 Indifferent? Oh, Star Trek VR. So there's another VR experience with Star Trek. Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, yeah. Xbox One exclusive. Kind of like Evolve, where it's like, are you really gonna get people to play it?
Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm surprised that it's this low. The game was really good. Minecraft. I don't know why it's getting any discussion. I don't know, but that's fine. Oh, Recore.
Yeah, Recore, the game
which we talked about.
Microsoft, we talked about a bit.
Scalebound, yeah. And then here we go, Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Okay, so they showed
off
approximately
like 500.
They showed off 2 new Pokemon during their gameplay.
Pokemans.
During their gameplay on the Nintendo Treehouse stream, and then they showed one more in a trailer they released after. It looks cool. They're adding some new gameplay features in. If you're still subscribing to this channel and you're wondering where all the Pokemon stuff went, well, here it is. They're adding some new features.
We're doing a mass upload, yeah. Tune into shaky cam DS videos of it's coming to 3DS, I assume, right?
3DS, yes.
Do you guys still have the original one, or is there like the 3DS XL fucking GG 2016 Game of the Year edition?
My 3DS, I dropped it while at a friend's house, and the sound just stopped. So then I was like, "Fuck!" And so I got a 2DS when it was for Christmas, when it was $100, just so I can, if I wanted to hear sound for some games. But I do want the new 3DS. They have a Pokemon edition one, which is cool. It has faceplates of Charizard and Blastoise and whatnot.
So not Machamp, so it's not worth it.
Not Machamp.
So yeah, I mean, they're making another one of those. Oh, Battlefront is after that. I think I already mentioned Battlefront, so this list is pretty garb.
Yep, it disappeared. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there we are. After that is Detroit. Oh, I'm surprised that not that many people are talking about it.
Well, Detroit doesn't really. It doesn't have a release date, I don't think.
Yeah, it doesn't really like. There's that mission, and it doesn't really give you an indication of what the entire game's about. But I don't know. It looks interesting.
They came out and said you'll be playing more than just those 2 characters. The one they showed at last E3 and this E3.
Right. because if your character dies, the game's over.
Yeah.
After first mission. State of Decay 2, we talked about. Just Dance 2017 featuring Usher, probably. COD Modern Warfare Remastered. I imagine all of those COD 4 retweets are just angry at Activision for being bitch-ass bitches.
Yep.
What else is there? Division.
Yeah, Division.
Oh, what is FE? What is FE?
Fe.
Iron.
Fe.
It's about iron. You mine iron.
That was at one of the Ubisoft's conference or EA's? I don't know. It's one of their conferences.
It's in the game. Okay.
People said that looked cool.
Okay.
So, anyways, last thoughts on Sony and E3s as a whole.
I thought Nintendo surprisingly won E3 without fucking being there.
Mm-hmm.
GG. So excited for Zelda. Might actually, but actually, I'll just wait for the NX. I'm not gonna buy a fucking Wii U. I don't know. I thought Sony spent more time on VR than I thought they would, and
now, okay. So since you are a VR,
a hater, you're a freaking hater, man.
I wasn't gonna say hater. I was gonna say a VR doubter.
You're a doubter and you're a hater and you're just like my dad.
No, but for real, after seeing at least the intent they put into it, does it give you any sort of hope for a proper real first party game, a real sort of intrigue at least into it? Like I know Batman did it for you. Like you're at least interested in playing the Batman one in the Star Wars one.
I'm interested in playing Batman and Star Wars. I'm kind of disappointed that Resident Evil 7 is going to be a tech demo. Or just like, I don't know. Because they're building it from the ground up for VR. You'd have to imagine the non-VR experience isn't that great. I don't know, maybe they can strike balance.
Well, the people who played the demo, I haven't played the demo. People who played the demo both with VR, because you can play the demo with VR at the show, and then not with VR, obviously, on your PS4 at home. They've said that it feels good and it feels proper with and without, so who knows?
Proper. And I think Microsoft had like a forward-thinking E3.
They had a really strong press conference. Some problems after the press conference, but just for the actual, like, for it being itself was really, really good.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I thought it was a strong E3. I didn't think anything was like, I remember like, I don't know, like the 2013 E3 where it was like every announcement I was just like ejaculating. But I was also
2013 was such a good one when they just said, "Fuck you, Microsoft. This is how you can trade in your games." And
yeah.
And the price point, that was a good E3. I think this was their best E3 though for Sony. It was just fucking hit. It was a fucking semi-automatic rifle.
And then tricking me with Call of Duty. I'm hoping next year maybe Nintendo will come around.
They definitely will with NX for sure. They have to.
But
X
we might as well fucking talk about it. It was during the week. Did anybody watch the Apple Worldwide Developer Conference? It was a fucking shit show.
Why was it bad?
Because they've made they've basic bitchified iMessage. So emojis. They made it MSN. You could do emojis are bigger now. You can decide to make messages louder, like make them bubble pop.
I'm gonna do that to you all the time.
There's this thing called invisible ink where you send a message and then they have to swipe over with their hand to reveal what the message is. That's just a dick pic central. Like if you send a message, you can swipe away to unblur it. Ooh, what's this? It's always a dick. Spoiler alert! It's always a dick. If you're talking about something heartfelt, if you're planning funeral arrangements, if someone sends you an invisible ink image, it's a dick. Whenever you can type a sentence, and then when you hit the emoji keyboard, it's a dick. It highlights emojifiable words, so you can tap on it. Like if you press basketball, it'll give you a basketball. I'm tired of everything. I fucking hate the world we live in. I want to go back to pigeons and telegrams. And they dropped Mac OS X, and they're just calling it Mac OS. The next installation is Sierra. The app SDK is up for messages. Sierra. Oh, we can't. No, I don't want. No, just not. Just.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
So thanks for watching this very segmented episode of the Quite Alright Podcast. Oh yeah, so tune in this week when these episodes maybe go back to back, like we're doing, because they're both topical. Fuck.
Nice at 9/7.
Inside is a game.
Oh yeah, Inside by the Limbo developers. We talked about that.
Oh, that's what that's called. Okay, Elder Scrolls Legends. I'm fine. Monster Hunter Generations, What Are You? And then at the very last Farpoint, people are really
yeah,
hardcore
they
this game.
didn't like that. They didn't show much about it at the actual press conference. It's more about what people are talking about.
All right, I think conclusively like a pretty good E3.
Yeah,
nothing like super like out of the water. I wasn't expecting God
Well,
of War 4, but
I mean, like God of War 4, Spider-Man.
always put your hand on my can.
Talking
Spider-Man.
about Scorpio.
Yeah. All right, so maybe I'm an asshole. There's always that. There's always that alternate reality. There's always that solution. But anyways, I think that concludes our like. This is a real fucking. This is indicative of our, like our aspersions towards both consoles. I think our Xbox discussion is like 40 minutes. This PS3 discussion has been like an hour 30.
Yeah, we fucking distracted a lot.
There are some lateral discussion points. Anyways, I think that's been pretty conclusive. Anyways, for Luminfal, I've been Nab.
And I've been Liam.
I apologize for half of this episode, but thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.